Hey guys, and welcome to another episode of TRX Cast. I'm Will.
And I'm Alex Littlefield.
And this is episode 3 of TRX Cast. I don't know how, but somehow we're still here. It's been a little bit since we did an episode. I've been working a lot. What have you been up to, Alex?
I've been working quite a lot.
You've been sleeping
I've been sleeping until like 2 o'clock in the afternoon.
Oh my God. I haven't done that in like 5 years.
It's the best feeling in the world.
I'm an adult now, so I have to work.
I go into work like around 5:30, so I mean I'm up all night anyway. So
yeah,
I'm a night bird. I'm an owl.
I used to be. I just can't. I have no choice in the matter anymore.
Can't hang anymore.
This whole week I've been getting up at 5:45.
That's bullshit.
Ugh.
That's the time I'm like going to sleep.
We could have like high-fived on the way out.
Yeah. So okay, so we are sitting in a room.
Yeah, we record this. We record these episodes in like a band lockout that we have access to.
It's like a little rehearsal space.
It's usually so nice and beautifully air conditioned in here.
Yeah, and we have a really nice view of like.
And today it's 95 degrees, and we were counting on the air conditioning.
We stepped inside, and it's like a fucking boiler room.
The AC is broken.
It's just broken, guys.
So we have this tiny little fan. If you can hear it, I'm really sorry, but also I'm not, because if we don't have it, we'll die.
We would die. I mean, 2 big guys in the same room, it's pretty bad.
I'm just creating so much heat.
Yeah.
I could probably turn into a second sun if we ever need one for the
Earth.
Supernova,
everyone.
Yep.
My hands are all slimy. Ugh.
Let's try to do the show before we die.
And like always, Will, let's start with the gamer scoop.
First on our list, Uncharted is being pushed back a year.
Have you ever played Uncharted?
Yeah, I've played it. I mean, I don't own a PlayStation, but I played it. It's awesome.
But have you
it's
played,
like
which
the
ones
most.
Have you played?
It's the closest. I think one. I think I played Uncharted 1, but it's like the closest I'll ever be to being Indiana Jones.
Yeah, well, unless you're like Tomb Raider, where you can be.
I liked it way better than Tomb Raider.
The new Tomb Raider?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Well, I mean, I agree, because
I'm indifferent about new Tomb Raider because like I'm somewhat partial to the old way, because like it's so classic. It's like if you took Mario and all of a sudden Mario was like this buff dude just fucking hitting over people with a plunger.
Nintendo, get on that. Super
you know what I
Mario.
mean? When you like completely change the format, it does work, but it's not the same thing anymore. But Uncharted's pushed, so like,
yeah, I'm so sad about that.
Why do you think they did that? They're just not ready.
Well,
not on schedule.
A lot of games these days have been like have been pushed back. Witcher was pushed back a couple like months ago, and everyone was super pissed off about that one.
Oh, is that the one with dragons and stuff?
Yeah,
that kind of looks like Skyrim, but it's like
kind of.
No, that one came out. I thought.
No,
Witcher 3 or something.
The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt.
That's not out yet.
It's not out yet. It's out in 2-3 months, I believe.
I could have sworn it was out already.
No, exactly. They pushed it back twice already.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and now Uncharted's
2016.
What
did they say? 2016 or
2016 spring? Spring. It was early next year, but
so it won't even be out this time next year.
I saw it like their PlayStation keynotes. Like they actually did like a whole video for it. It blew me away, man. It was so fucking good. Like the way it looked. I hope they change their minds and push it forward.
I don't think they're going to change their minds.
It could happen. Anything could happen, man.
No, because like, wouldn't you rather it come out a little later and it's a quality product than they push it out too early and you're like, yeah, I got it this year, but it fucking sucks.
That's probably why they pushed it back, honestly.
Probably.
Because I mean,
it sucks.
It is. I think my feeling is that the developers are trying to get a feel with the next gen consoles.
Totally.
And I feel like
it's still not there yet.
Obviously, because I mean, you saw the order. PlayStation 4, like developers are like trying to get a hold of the whole graphics stuff, and like I
almost feel like Xbox One, Microsoft knows what they want a little bit more. They're not putting out as much different of quality, I think, but like
I think they're trying to keep on the same.
But it all works. Whereas like PlayStation's trying to be different. Like Project Morpheus, dude. Yeah. Like look at Project Morpheus.
The Virtual Boy.
That's what I said. It looks like Virtual Boy for the future, and like maybe
Tron.
That's cool. Maybe like 4 games come out for it and it's like awesome, but then it's gonna go away. Like so many PlayStation accessories that they like have, and they're like so cool, and then like 3 years later they're gone.
Accessories were cool.
Like the
move.
Nothing has been cool. That's my point.
Exactly.
They put out so many. They put out so much shit.
The one
and then they pretend that it never happened.
Have you ever played with the move before?
Yeah, it's stupid.
I liked it with the gun. When you're playing first-person shooters with it.
But I can go to an arcade and do that. You know, like when I play.
Why go spend a lot more money at an arcade when you can just get the gun and have it at your house? Play Time Crisis. Killzone. It's a fun freaking experience, man.
I mean, I guess, but like the experience of an arcade is like to be around people and organic, and like when I play at home.
Honestly, if the Morpheus is anything like the Oculus Rift, I think it's gonna be a hit.
It might be, but right now I'm going to make fun of it.
Right now, Morpheus looks a little weird. I mean, it looks like a big-ass helmet that you have over your head. Then you have this weird visor on you.
I'm just imagining like 7-year-olds running around their room and just like falling face first.
Well, obviously this is going to be like for mature audiences, I hope, you know what I mean? I mean, you're not going to give this like
but then again,
like $200, $300 equipment to kids, right?
Then again, you can go like the opposite way and just go full adult and just like video game porn.
I was going to say that, like,
and then you're just like, oh my God, I'm having sex with virtual. This is the way to Minority Report sex.
This is funny because I know the Oculus Rift have like a lot of their ports, a lot of their games are mostly porn related.
Oh really?
Yeah, it's either porn or horror games.
God, gamers are so fucking creepy.
Yeah, dude. Sorry, gamers. I'm a gamer, so.
Well, you're creepy.
But I think I'm pretty excited for Project Morpheus. The thing that PlayStation is doing a little bit more differently than, I guess, Xbox is including more indie games into the repertoire. I think that repertoire is like building with like Hotline Miami 2. Have you ever played this game before?
No, I haven't, but I've watched footage and it looks ridiculous.
Have you played part 1? I've seen anything of it.
I've just seen videos.
Okay, that's it.
I've seen like streams and I've seen videos, but like it's the silliest game. This is like the game that should have come out in the 80s.
It's amazing. Yeah, it's like a top-down platformer where you're just going around killing random guys and like you have
it's like what the Die Hard game should have been.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
I advise you to play it.
It's very silly.
So good.
It's very silly.
The soundtrack made it happen for me because I saw
really that alone.
Oh man, the atmosphere they created with that. Spot on.
That's right.
It's like if you wanted to be like in a club scene in Miami while snorting cocaine and shooting people.
I just watched Scarface the other day.
This is the game for you, man. This is amazing.
I love Scarface.
Yeah, I have nothing but nice things to
say.
So
this is like 8-bit Scarface?
8-bit Scarface.
Oh, fuck
Top down, killing people. It's amazing.
How good is that Scarface soundtrack?
I haven't heard it.
You've never seen Scarface?
I've seen Scarface.
Go fucking kill it. She's on fire.
I don't remember.
Oh my God. Dude, there's like 4 songs that were like so good. And they put them, because they wrote it for the movie, they're like fake 80s songs to sound like 80s songs.
Were these actual bands or anything?
I don't remember, but I know that there was a whole station in Grand Theft Auto 3 that was just Scarface music.
Oh, that's so cool.
It was just like the fake hits from Scarface.
You know, Grand Theft Auto Vice City is actually one of my favorites.
Because you get to have the Scarface house.
Not even that, just because like I love the feel of the 80s and like the neon retro stuff. I love that.
But it had one of the radio stations when you were driving around in your car was any of the hits from the Scarface movie.
Wow, you know, I imagine that being more on Vice City than anything. You know what I mean?
That only came out like a year later or something. Yeah. You know, it's the same platform. Yeah. I don't know. We got so off topic there. but anyway, I just love Scarface.
But yeah, Hotline Miami 2. Pick it up, man. It's a great game.
Speaking of new games, Titanfall 2 just was announced.
Yeah, they announced it a couple days ago, right? Yeah, and they also announced that all Titanfall 1 DLCs are free forever.
I guess that's cool. I'm thinking of deleting
Titanfall?
my time just because I've got like half of my Xbox One filled up with games already.
Do you download stuff digitally?
No.
Okay.
I usually buy physical games, so that way like I can re-download it anytime I want. But there's no story to it. There's barely an online like sort of level up system.
It's kind of like Evolve then.
I mean, maybe with Titanfall 2 they'll see the error of their ways and they're like, okay, well let's expand on this universe, because there was a story to it, but there weren't really
story. Like
I don't remember.
Like a least memorable thing on there,
like a revolution and 2 armies fighting against each other with Titans.
All I know is that you get to run up walls and like ride these mech warriors and kill people. Which
I mean,
awesome.
Once you get your Titan, it's pretty rad. But like, if you just get in a lobby with like people,
can you customize your own Titan and all that stuff?
A little bit. You can do like what kind of powers it has.
Wait,
the shields.
Powers?
There's like 3 different. There's 3 different Titans.
Okay.
You can customize the guns, the secondary firing thing. Like if you want like shields or smoke. Like there's some stuff to it that made it cool.
Okay.
But like depending on your lobby, you could like have your Titan for like 30 seconds and then it dies. You know, because some people are really good with taking down Titans.
Yeah.
There's this move where like you can jump on a Titan and just like rip open a hole and shoot into it, and it fucking explodes.
That's fucked up. That sounds
but
cool.
like, it's hard to be able to do that because like a Titan can just like punch a dude and he's dead.
Yeah, obviously. But I mean,
so
are you
hope,
excited about it at all?
I mean, maybe. Like, I did like Titanfall for those first 2 weeks I was playing it with people, but...
I call these, like, weekend shooters. That's what I call them, weekenders. You know what I mean? Because you only
but, like, I don't play it at all anymore.
Yeah.
I don't play it at all anymore.
Yeah.
And it's been, like, a year. It's just collecting dust at this point.
I feel like Microsoft is just going to keep cashing in on this whole Titanfall thing. Because, I mean, it was a popular game when it came out. People praised it and got a bunch of awards.
I think people loved it so much at the time because it was, like...
a new thing.
Yay! Yeah. It's not Call of Duty.
Yeah. But then after a while, it kind of just felt like it. And then Call of Duty Advanced Warfare came out and is exactly
and honestly,
the same.
I like Advanced Warfare better than Titanfall.
Wow. Well, what's the difference?
There's not much of a difference. It's just like they took...
more story.
No, they just like took the elements of it and like really built and perfected it. Speaking of other games that let me down... But for some reason, no one else agrees with us. I think we're the only ones on the...
Yeah, there's like millions of players on this still.
We're like the dudes on the side of the stage like, you suck. And everyone's like, fuck yeah, Metallica.
So Destiny recently won Game of the Year at 2014's BAFTA Awards.
So fucking stupid.
It was running up against like the likes of like Dragon Age. I guess the BAFTAs.
Maybe Destiny. You know what? Maybe we jumped out too early, and maybe Destiny's really good now.
No, it's funny because I still play it.
Oh really?
Yeah, I just because my friend recently got like a PlayStation 4, and I've never had like a strike team with anyone. So
and that's what really changes the game for you.
It's really still. Yeah, I don't like it still.
That's what everyone says turns it. When you have a few people to play with and you have a strike team, that's what makes it fun.
It's fun, like shooting stuff with your friends. I mean, who doesn't like doing that? But
I guess people like it because it's
really
difficult.
Old. It gets really, it's okay. I mean, like I said, Hotline Miami 2 is hard as fuck.
You're like an IGN. You're like an IGN guy. Like, it was hard. I don't like this game.
Yeah, Alien Isolation, 5 out of 10, hard difficulty.
I gotta play that still. Fuck.
It's a great game, dude. You gotta play it.
So you would have given it to Dragon Age?
Definitely.
Did you play Dragon Age?
I love Dragon. I'm still playing Dragon Age. I haven't finished Dragon Age.
You're an asshole then.
I'm waiting.
You're waiting?
I'm waiting for DLCs. So, because when I find out it's towards the end,
yeah,
I don't want it to finish. So I stop playing it because I like it so much.
That's kind of how I was with Skyrim. Like I blew through like 80% of that game in like 2 weeks.
Now you got like millions of freaking DLC packets and stuff like that to go through.
No, I did eventually finish the original story, but like I didn't do any of the... I kind of want to though.
Like the cycle? Oh, the DLC ones?
Yeah.
Yeah, you should.
I loved Skyrim.
They
and I know like I know that's so generic for me to love, but like there's a reason why people really like it. It's a fucking fantastic game.
With the DLC, you can now build your own house and like get married and stuff like that and have kids.
I can always get married.
Crazy. Well, you can have kids now too.
I don't care about that.
Yeah,
I'll kill my kids.
I'm just saying it's getting crazier. Now
I'll kill my kids, sacrifice them, and make armor out of them.
That is fucked up.
Baby armor.
Like Buffalo Bill puts the lotion on its skin,
and then it fights dragons. Now that game news is over, let's go into movies, TV, comics, and things. Yeah. You know, the longest title of all time, but I like it. First on our list of things that happened, I don't know. Lawless. You told me about this actually.
I did.
Lucy Lawless is joining the Ash vs. Evil Dead cast.
So Lucy Lawless is going to be on the new Evil Dead TV show.
That's pretty cool, I guess.
I mean, she's been in a bunch of other like HBO type shows.
No, she's definitely a talented actress.
Yeah.
I think my whole gripe is like I don't know why this show's even fucking being made.
Do you feel like the magic's going to be gone from it?
I think the reason why the Evil Dead franchise works is because it was in a time where effects like that could still fly.
Even for his time, it was kind of literally B-rate because I mean, he ran it when he was a college kid, right?
And I know it's like this cult thing, but like it's even bigger beyond that now. Like I feel like 10 years ago, if you knew Evil Dead, it was like this cool club you were in.
Yeah.
And now everyone knows Evil Dead, but they know it because of that newer version. That's what the studio demanded. That's that's what people demanded out of an Evil Dead now. Mm-hmm. And if that's where they would take the TV show...
I kind of hope they expand from Army of Darkness, the movie.
Well, that's exactly what I would want them to do.
That's what they're saying. It's a direct sequel from that. And this other Evil Dead movie...
But look at what Sam Raimi does now.
Yeah.
He doesn't do anything like Army of Darkness.
Have you seen Spartacus? It's crazy.
He says that he does, but he just doesn't anymore because like it doesn't work anymore.
What was his latest film?
Maybe it was maybe it was Drag Me to Hell.
Okay, because I'm always thinking about Spider-Man 3 and how stupid and funny that was.
Drag Me to Hell was pretty tight because it was like back to basics, but like it still wasn't a perfect film, and I wouldn't have cast Justin Long.
Oh, I like Justin Long. You don't like Justin Long?
Not at all.
Why? He's very likable.
I think he helps Die Hard 4, and like that's about it.
Oh, I agree. No,
but then again, that's Die Hard 4.
I did like him in Idiocracy. He was like the nurse guy.
Okay, yeah. No, like he's funny in certain movies. I don't like him. I don't like him
as
as a straight man.
Oh, like him as a heterosexual.
Like no, that's a TV term. I'm sorry.
Okay, I didn't know that.
Idiot.
Yeah. I'm a dumbass. I don't.
But
know.
like he was hilarious in Zack and Miri when he played that gay porn star.
That
was
him.
hilarious.
Oh shit.
He does a really good gay guy. He does a gay guy in The Breakup.
Did he?
Yeah.
I haven't seen The Breakup. That's the one with Vince Vaughn and
Jennifer Aniston.
Yeah. Was that any good?
I think so.
I didn't get to see like her butt and stuff, but
I think it's good because it's a romantic comedy that doesn't end in a generic romantic
Don't
comedy
tell me the
way.
ending.
I didn't.
Okay, good.
I'm just saying.
It just doesn't end like how I would expect it. Basically.
Yeah.
Okay. So you're saying I should watch it?
Yeah. I mean, like if you're gonna watch a chick flick, watch The Breakup.
All right, cool. Sounds good.
I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait for a trailer or a teaser or something before I really make a decision because
Bruce Campbell's old as fuck now.
He's old
He
and
is
like
so old.
he's charming as hell, but like
yeah, I mean he still wears those cool suits and all that stuff. I mean I could see him in another like Bubba Hotep role because I mean it will work out because he's old. You know what I mean?
I think that there's a huge line between like we're doing this because there's still a calling for it versus like, hey, this worked 30 years ago and I don't know what to do anymore. Let's do this again.
I hope it brings back the magic that I loved about it. I
don't think it will.
Bruce Campbell's going to be funny in anything
Harrison Ford went one too many times. We all know what happened there.
I liked Indiana Jones.
King of the Crystal Skull.
Yeah. I did.
You like that movie?
I like that movie. I don't love it, but I don't hate it either.
As far as I'm concerned, Indiana Jones died in that refrigerator. Like he got in that refrigerator, that nuclear bomb went off, and that was the end of Indiana Jones.
Those movies aren't supposed to be scientifically like accurate. You know what I mean?
No. But that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Those 3 were done in a time where you could get away with it, and now in this modern world,
everyone looks at it with a critical eye. That's bullshit.
No, because you have to almost in a post Nolan world where you can get away with like kind of realistic stuff.
Yeah.
People are always going to judge it that way.
No, that makes
whether
sense,
you want them to or not.
Yeah.
And if you don't, you have to set up this like larger than life silly universe. So that's the only way to save Ash versus Evil Dead is to like set it up from the beginning. Hey, this is not the real world, and you should not view it that way.
Yeah. This is a silly, dead-eye, evil-filled world, like in Army of Darkness.
A big thing that I saw. This isn't really like movie news, but it's like James Gunn was quoted as saying that he wasn't going to Comic-Con because Marvel isn't even going to Comic-Con, and like Comic-Con is the biggest place for any studio,
That's
anyone
like movie like haven right now, basically.
And to think that one of the biggest reasons why comic book movies and comics and superheroes in general are even popular is not going to be at the biggest con of all time. It's kind of crazy.
It sucks because every year that I go to Comic-Con, I look forward to either the DC or the Marvel
panels are great.
Yeah.
Their panels are way more put together than I feel like anyone else are.
Oh,
they make it a show.
Yeah, they do.
You know?
Like when I saw the panel, I was like right there, right front row. I saw Robert Downey Jr., all that stuff. They came out. It was awesome.
Anytime they upload clips and stuff, it looks like a fucking party.
Yeah, man. We got free stuff and everything.
And now they're not going to be there.
Yeah, I know.
But at the same time, maybe that's smart, you know, because maybe Comic-Con is too big for its own good anymore. Yeah. And I know that Marvel is talking about doing their own cons.
Ooh.
And like their own sort of festival-based thing just for them. Like if you don't want to compete with everything else that's out there, you know, like because you have to choose between Avengers or Batman versus Superman or all these panels kind of going on competing at the same time, it kind of makes sense. You intro this one.
Okay, well, shit. I'm a big like Nathan Fillion fan.
I know you are.
Yeah. Well,
I mean, like, who is it? That's like saying you like cheeseburgers.
Well,
you know, like he's charming. He's the other Tony Stark in the world of geeks.
Well, apparently, him and Alan Tudyk, who plays Hoban Washburn on Firefly, my favorite character, are making a...
I'm a leaf on the wind.
Is it a web show? Do you remember?
I don't remember if it's web or if they're trying to bring it to network or anything. I feel like something like this would work on a Netflix type thing. Because that's the future of network TV.
Or like a Hulu kind of thing.
Yeah. Like that Kimmy Schmidt show that just came out. That was really good. It's like... It's Tina Fey and like her 30 Rock show for like a new generation, and it totally sort of like sets the tone for what a sitcom on a not network could be. And it's really fun.
Okay.
They're pitching their show now on Kickstarter, or was it Indiegogo?
I think it was Indiegogo.
Okay.
They made a shit ton of money already.
They made a shit ton of money because of who they are.
In just like a couple hours. It's crazy.
And like it seems fun. It's called Con Men, and it's going to be based around like going to cons.
Is that
just
all it is, like a narrative kind of thing?
I think like a narrative comic book men almost. I don't know. It seems sort of obvious to me.
Odd, yeah.
You know, like, it could be really fun, but at the same time, it seems kind of lazy. Instead of coming up with, like, an original story, it's like, hey, we've just lived this, so let's do that.
And is this confirmed, or just kind of speculating on what it might be?
Well, no, like, that it's half and half, because, like, he did talk about what it's going to be.
Okay.
I just hate pitches on these Indiegogo Kickstarters that aren't showing like a product that they could put out. It's just sort of like, hey, let's talk about this thing we want to do and you should give us money. If anyone that wasn't famous did this, those campaigns go to negative money, you know, because like
lose money off of that stuff.
Because you don't even show that you're capable of putting out the product.
Yeah.
These guys are actors. They have done writing and directing and producing credits, but like, show us what you can do. Like, we know you guys are talented. Show us that. Instead of just a normal pitch. Our last bit of news I saved for last because it's so juicy. It's amazing. It's all this Star Wars news. There's so much Star Wars news.
Do you feel it, Jedi?
Are you calling me a Jedi?
I'm calling you a Jedi.
Because that's all I want in life. I just want to have the Force and a little lightsaber, just to like cut my sandwiches. This is kind of a mouthful of Star Wars news.
Yeah, it is.
Okay, so the first one is the director of Godzilla. We all knew for the past year he was going to be given the first spin-off Star Wars film that was going to be coinciding, because there's 3 to the new saga, and every year in between the new saga they're going to have spin-off films, like one arc.
So we're going to have Star Wars a lot, like almost every year.
Every year. They're trying to build this huge, massive universe, like just like Marvel.
Okay, that's pretty
Disney is killing it with just, if universes. They can. I never thought of Star Wars as this bigger than life thing because I love those 3 movies so much.
Disney's always been known for the universes. Like every cartoon and like animated film has like a little something of another film. You know what I mean?
So I'm not saying that this will work.
Yeah.
But like, if it does, I want a Star Wars film every year for the rest of my life.
Dude,
you know?
Okay, cool.
Because the rumors have been for the last year that he was going to do a Boba Fett film. It was almost like a fact. I've seen this in writing a million times that it was going to be a Boba Fett film. It's not.
The guy who's doing the Godzilla movie? Or
the Godzilla director.
Okay, yeah.
He was like quoted as doing a Boba Fett film for the last year. Okay. I've seen it written everywhere. It's not a Boba Fett film.
What is it?
It's going to be a Rogue One film.
The X-Wing fighters?
Yeah.
It's so good. I'm so happy.
It's starring Felicity Jones, and she's killer. Okay. I think that's a really good choice. She's really adorable and likable, and I'm almost like excited that it's not a Boba Fett film, because like as cool as that would be, it's just like, really? Can Boba Fett... The reason why Boba Fett's cool is because he's not a main character, because he's a sly, sleek, behind the shadows kind of dude. And if you put that guy right in the front, in the foreground, in charge of everything in a movie, I feel like it takes away the magic.
Like, I don't want to know more about Boba Fett, you know what I mean? Like, I already know he was the son of Jango Fett and all that stuff, but I
would love for him to just be a twist in something versus an entire main character.
Yeah, he is like a mercenary for hire, so obviously he goes like both sides.
Maybe that's what the rumor is. Maybe he comes into Rogue One.
Maybe,
you know,
and
that would be cool.
Yeah,
that would be cool.
Yeah.
But I'm really excited. This means that there's going to be another great film to look for a year after our episode 7.
When is this coming out? Or is it like set at all?
Yeah, they've set the date for Rogue One at December 16th, 2016. So exactly a year.
A year later
from episode 7. And they also put a date for episode 8, which is May 26th, 2017. So they're
directly after this, the Rogue One, basically.
Yeah, and I think they're going to move to summer releases then. The only reason why they changed episode 7 to December was because of Harrison Ford getting hurt when the Millennium Falcon fell on his fucking leg.
Yeah, not when he crashed his plane. His other
injury from flying. Yeah. God, he's the worst pilot. This doesn't make me believe that she'll make 0.5 past light speed. Like, he's just the worst pilot in real life ever. I can't believe they already have a date for episode 8. It looks like they're getting it in order, and JJ is going to be the Joss of the Star Wars world.
Is he really
JJ's not going to be directing all the films, but I feel like he's the overseer, because obviously...
So he's like the Avengers guy. Like, he's
the Joss.
Yeah,
he's the Joss of the Star Wars world, I think, and he's going to oversee for the next saga, the next 3 standalone films.
So this could be based off of his next movie, basically everything.
I think that he's going to be producing all of them. I believe.
That's pretty cool.
So he's just like really making sure everything fits. And then I believe the director of Chronicle has one of the standalone Star Wars films also.
That's what I heard. Yeah.
They're not sure. What
I kind of hope that one is the Boba Fett one. Honestly,
I don't.
Because he would be a pretty good.
I kind of want him to do young Han Solo.
Oh, hey, or
that's been one of the ones they've been speculating on. If they're not doing a Boba Fett film, they're doing
a young Han Solo.
Okay. So I feel like that would be really fun.
That'd be awesome. I guess. Like, yeah.
Not like child Han Solo.
Yeah, I know what you meant.
Not like toddler Han Solo, but just like
teenager / young adult Han Solo. But
I'm sure.
Who would you want to play Han Solo? Chris Pratt.
I know Chris Pratt's too old.
Yeah,
Chris Pratt's too old because he's too close to what like Harrison Ford was in age at that time.
No, that makes sense,
You need someone a little younger.
I can't imagine who can play Han Solo. Like,
no, that's going to be the hardest thing about it.
Everyone's going to be pissed off no matter who it is.
I kind of want it. I don't really care. Like the fact that Disney sees this big universe for Star Wars
and like
makes me a believer. It makes me a believer in the Force again,
I believe in this shit. I mean, when George Lucas still had it, I was like, fuck, another one.
No, because he was thinking
Holy
too
fuck.
small. If you think about LucasArts and Lucasfilm when they were expanding on the universe.
It's literally a big universe. It's a galaxy.
But they didn't do it as a team.
Mm-hmm.
It was like a bunch of different people making up their own stories around this core 3-movie structure.
Yeah.
You know? Now that they see it as this big world and they're all working together, that's what's going to make it for me. You know, because it's all going to have continuity. It's all going to make sense.
It's all going to be in the
It's
same
all going to have the same voice. Everything's going to be connected in this wonderful puzzle piece way that's just going to make me happy.
I hope they bring back Warwick Davis as an Ewok.
But since they're taking this whole approach in this big expanded universe, they're setting up so many things so everything falls into place really nicely. Like they just announced that they're doing a Journey to Star Wars: The Force Awakening comic series from Marvel. Marvel's pushing that out. So now like Disney, Marvel, like Star Wars, everything's working together. So it's going to take place, I think it's a 12-issue series.
Okay.
I don't know for sure. They're already doing a Leia series that's gotten really good reviews. And I think they're doing another one that's already out.
A Leia series.
Yeah, it's really good apparently.
Is this all a prequel or is this like directly tied in like to after
the
movie?
It's all prequeled between Return of the Jedi up to A Force Awakens.
So we're going to see that way how she becomes
for people
a Jedi.
like you and me that want to have a lot of information, we like reading comics, we're going to be able to take it up to the moment the movie starts.
So we're going to see how Leia actually becomes a Jedi.
We're going to see all that stuff.
Kids and all, oh man, it's going to be amazing.
All those books that were like okay and were like kind of fun, they're going to be restructured to fit in this exact universe.
Oh, I'm so happy. I'm excited that Star Wars is finally getting...
It's getting the recognition it deserves.
Yeah.
Because like...
Not even the recognition, because it's always had recognition.
No, but like, I don't know how many girls in high school I was like, I love Star Wars. And like, I'm not going to have sex with you now.
Dude, I met a lot of girls who love Star Wars.
Yeah, now because it's hip to like...
when I was in high school. And middle school.
Because you're younger than me.
I guess. By like, what, 2 years?
It's like the nerds are taking over. It's so fucking hip to be nerdy now.
The geeks will inherit the earth.
Going off of One with the Force, that brings us to our segment where we say goodbye to a few people and we let them become one with the Force. Just a few days ago, I'm not sure if you guys have heard yet, but Sam Simon, co-creator of The Simpsons, he finally lost his battle to cancer, which is super unfortunate. He's been battling it for a really long time.
Yeah, and
I know he had set up a lot of stuff though.
Yeah, for, most of his earnings are going towards charities and stuff like that. Which is
doesn't
amazing.
He have his own charity?
I think he does. I don't know what it's called, but I think it's pretty awesome.
The Simpsons is the most timeless animated show.
I think it's the first cartoon I've ever seen. Honestly,
really,
yeah,
it was the first cartoon you ever saw.
Yeah, I mean, next to the Turtles and all that stuff, it was like The Simpsons. You know what I mean? Like that's what I knew. Like
that's the foundation of us growing up.
I was like, Bart Simpson was like my favorite. He was awesome. The Millhouse was also one of my favorites.
I loved pissing off my parents by watching that show in secret. You know, because like it was like a little bit too immature for me. They thought.
Okay.
I don't know. I grew up Catholic until I was like, fuck that.
You're Catholic. You have no choices.
But like my parents really didn't like me saying "eat my shorts," man. I mean, obviously over the last couple of years, I've disconnected from The Simpsons a little bit. It's not as good as I used to think.
Like
but
when
like
the movie came out, I wasn't even into it. I was like, I didn't care.
No, I like the movie.
I mean, it was good. I mean, I wasn't.
It's
excited.
mediocre, but I like the movie.
The Simpsons.
It's to the point now where like I don't need to watch The Simpsons every week, but if it's on, I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna laugh. I'm gonna have a great time.
Yeah, and it's I mean, it carries that.
The worst episode of The Simpsons, I'm still having a blast.
Rest in peace, man.
Sam, thank you so much for all the years of laughter.
Thank you. Next is one that really hits me hard.
Yeah, I almost feel like we shouldn't have talked about it on that other episode. It is what it is, man, and unfortunately, Leonard Nimoy finally passed away.
Yeah.
This is kind of older news. But this happened over a week ago, but
It still hits us.
He's just such an iconic figure that like
we can praise him all we want, but people know out there. People know how amazing he was and how kind he was. Anyone who
that's
I met him a few times. He's nice.
Really?
Yeah. And
wow.
Nicest guy I've ever met. Well, one of the nicest celebrities I've ever met.
There's not
everything about him.
I don't know
great.
if there's anything I could say to really like send him off in like any better way than I think he can. So I think we should just play that clip that I brought in from Rathacon 2 because it's the perfect send off to this great actor, this great man, this great creator.
Don't grieve, Admiral. Just logical. The needs of the many outweigh
the needs of the few.
Or the one.
Thank you for everything, man. Live long and prosper.
All right, let's turn things up and not want to kill ourselves so much. I know.
Just saying that made me really, really sad.
Oh, God. Let's turn it around and let's go to the rumor room.
The rumor room.
So as you guys know, the rumor room is always ridiculous shit that none of it is for sure. None of it's actually happening, but it could. And that's what's fun to talk about.
I was kind of hoping you had sirens there. Pew, 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 pew.
Hang on. Wait for it. Rumor room. There you go. First thing I was reading about was a lot of rumors about Jared Leto's Joker that's coming up in Suicide Squad. Have you heard about any of these?
Kind of. I saw the photos where he like cut his hair.
Oh, I haven't even seen those yet.
No. He went back to his... remember how he was in Fight Club?
Yeah,
he was blonde. He had that spiky hair. He cut his hair short again like that.
Oh, okay.
And he went blonde to dye his hair green, I believe. What are the rumors that you've been hearing exactly?
Okay, so there were 4 big ones. The first one was he's going to be based on Dark Knight Returns Joker, which is kind of an older Joker.
Yeah,
you know, because that's Joker in his 50s, his 60s. Their take on this is an older Joker.
Okay,
for sure. This is a brooding Joker. This is a Joker that is past insanity and just like flat out insane crazy. And sadistic to like. Because, like, you have, like, early Joker, and he fucks around a lot.
Yeah.
But he's not so much of a murderer yet.
He's kind of like,
at this
I'm
point,
going to murder you, but not really.
Dark Knight Returns Joker, just, like, he's just running down that love tunnel, shooting motherfuckers, Columbine style, and laughing his fucking head off.
Exactly. And that was the brooding Joker that I like.
So, that's what we're going to get. So, very different Joker. Yeah. You know, like... Dark Knight, Nolan Joker is like mischievous heroin addict.
Yeah.
The next rumor about him is that this is going to be a Joker that has killed one of Batman's sidekicks, you know?
Oh,
and, you know, there is that storyline with Jason Todd.
Jason Todd, yeah.
Yeah, you know?
Tim Drake,
not Tim Drake.
Obviously, Jason Todd. The least likable Robin that no one really
They didn't say for sure that it is Jason Todd, but, like... That's kind of obvious.
That kind of brings in more of the... If they're going to base it off the Dark Knight Returns, which I feel like a lot of the Batman stuff in this universe is being based off of.
Well, look at Ben Affleck. He's obviously an older Batman.
But
you know?
I think the rumors might be true about that girl playing the female Robin. Like
Carrie Kelly's one of my favorite Robins. I read Dark Knight Returns like it's the Bible. Yeah. You know, like that is my Batman story. Year one. And Dark Knight Returns.
A lot of people consider
those are my bookends.
One
you know,
of the best ones, yeah.
I know it's kind of like overhyped to like that book, but I've been reading that book for a long time. Like that's the book that got me into Batman.
Yeah, mine was the Killing Joke, Joker's original.
I love Killing Joke. Killing Joke is so good. It's like year one, Killing Joke, The Long Halloween.
What was the third one actually?
This is gonna be a muscular Joker, not a skinny Joker.
Okay.
I don't know how I feel about that, but he is kind of a bigger Joker.
Yeah, I mean,
in Dark Knight Returns, you know, like. I mean, he's not a skinny, slinky Mark Hamill Joker.
I don't think size matters in terms of, like, as long as he's not like Bane big, you know what I mean?
I don't think he will be because I don't see Jared Leto getting that big. Exactly. Although he is kind of one of those actors, he is very method, kind of like Christian Bale. You know, like he gained a shit ton of weight for that one movie, Chapter 23, which was about killing John Lennon.
I have never seen that movie.
It was an indie flick, but like he gained a fuck ton of weight. He was super chubby.
Wow.
And then like 2 months later, he was on Jimmy Kimmel looking normal.
That's amazing.
You know, like he does like those crazy cleanses. He might just fucking lose his mind. He might go super big. Yeah. You know?
I kind of hope he's skinnier.
But maybe they're trying to take it like more gangster Joker.
I kind of hope not. Joker, he obviously has his little goons and stuff like that.
I think I'm just kind of sick of vaudeville Joker. You know, just like that vaudeville style.
What do you mean?
You know, like where it's like tongue in cheek Joker, where
He
Like
just
there's a
makes jokes here and
homeless
there.
man. There's like that. What's that book? I forget which book it is. There's like a homeless man like begging for money, and he's like, I haven't had a bite in days, and fucking Joker like bites his leg. You know, like that's funny.
love that.
But I'm over like vaudeville humor Joker. I want to see not Heath Ledger, but done in that sort of serious, brooding way, you know. And I don't think
The
that
thing
dude's
about
gonna
that is-
bite people.
Yeah, I think
that dude's gonna shoot someone in the face and then
They
look at the
might-
camera and laugh.
they might go Heath Ledger ish, just because I mean,
No,
Heath
no,
Ledger
that's
did the-
that's the last. That's one of the last things about him is
yeah.
he's bleached skin. So they're going with his origin story. They're going with
shit.
it's all chemical based,
Yeah.
not makeup.
Oh, see,
So this is like original origin.
thinking-
This is like Killing Joke. This is brutal Joker, not funny Joker.
I wonder if they're gonna show the origins.
I'm really
of it.
excited for Suicide Squad. That's just all these rumors make me feel like they're going to take a
I'm
much
kinda-
more comic approach to Joker, but it's not going to be vaudeville.
I
silly.
wonder if that's gonna tie into like other like Batman movies. I mean, I know they haven't really talked about making a Batman standalone anymore.
I think that there was a list that leaked, and I don't think that there was another Batman film listed.
But I'm happy with that. I'm cool with that because
maybe
we've seen so many
Batman's going
Batman.
to fucking die.
No, I don't think so. He's gonna be in Justice League movie.
That's
I mean, he's
true.
one of the main. He's the heart of Justice League. Come on, or he's the brains. I guess.
Maybe they're going to take Batman Incorporated, where like Batman starts. He
Goes to
leaves.
everything,
He
yeah.
leaves the Justice League. You know.
Oh,
Because that's sort of what Dark Knight Returns is where like the Justice League is no longer a thing.
you know, what would be amazing.
Superman's a fucking sellout to the government, and he's just like, "Fuck that, dude! I'm going underground and I'm doing my own thing." And maybe they're gonna go
Dude.
Batman Incorporate. So maybe after Justice League, they're gonna go for that. Suicide Squad will
I
fit into
kinda-
that because like
Yeah,
like
cool.
Robin's gonna be dead.
Yeah.
he's gonna be devastated by that.
Yeah.
you know. And then we have
No. Batman died, dude. And then something happened where they went
there's
back
so
in
many
time.
fucking
It was
storylines.
a
That's why I
weird-
hate the new
This
52.
was one of the main storylines where Batman ends up dying.
Okay,
And then Dick Grayson takes over, and then Batman comes back to life for some fucking reason.
from Lazarus Pit.
I think so. I think that's what it was. Something
Everyone gets
weird.
fucking risen from the
Yeah.
Lazarus Pit.
Well, I mean, I hope they include his son, Damien.
Fuck Damien.
Damien's awesome. I love
No,
Damien.
Damien is
Damien's cool.
stupid.
Damien's cool.
Like, if there was anyone to bring him into the universe, I'm happy Grant Morrison did because he's such an incredible writer.
Yeah.
But, like, fuck
You just
Damien.
don't like him? Were you happy when he died? He got shot in the back with a shotgun.
I just feel like everyone does that storyline
Yeah.
of, like, hey, I have a kid now and I have to be...
Responsible.
And, like, I get why people like Damien because, like,
He's cheeky.
he's more cutthroat than any other Robin
Yeah,
is.
because I mean, he's from the League of Assassins. I mean,
Yeah.
that's where you grew up with. You know?
Right,
And
but, like-
Batman's trying to teach him right from wrong, kind of thing. It's
That's
an
why
interesting story.
I don't like it. I don't like the dynamic of it as much. I like the not so obvious father figure of every other Robin to Batman, and that's what made it more of a proving yourself
Yeah.
thing. When you're your son, you don't have to prove as much. Damien's more of a just sort of like, I do my own shit, and Batman's like, hey, you shouldn't do that. You're my son. It's not as interesting to me. I see why people like
Yeah.
Damien. I personally don't like Damien as
Okay.
much as my original Robins.
Who is your favorite Robin? Dick Grayson, right? Or
Either
is it
Dick
Jason
Grayson
Todd?
or Carrie Kelly.
Carrie Kelly. I love Carrie Kelly. She's my
Just
favorite.
because I really like Dark Knight Returns. I
Do you
know a
not
lot
like
of people
Tim-
have a problem with
Do you
her.
not like Tim Drake at all? No one likes Tim Drake.
He's fine.
Speaking of like DC news and stuff like that, like I know like they mentioned Chris Pine might play Green Lantern.
Oh, did they actually rumor that?
They rumor that. I don't know how you feel about how do you feel about Chris Pine in general? Because people don't like him as Kirk. You know what I mean?
Really? People
Yeah.
don't like him?
Well, they like his character. They don't like that he's like a big womanizer. You know what I mean? That was like one of the main.
That's who Kirk is, though.
Kinda, I
no,
mean,
in the 60s
the
TV
thing-
show.
The thing is, J.J. Abrams didn't do too well of a job of incorporating the female characters in Star Trek.
Yeah,
You
you
know
know,
what I
I will give you that.
Yeah.
But, like,
I mean,
Star
the-
Trek,
yeah.
Uhura was fine in the first Star Trek film.
Yeah.
Into Darkness was a little... It was a little
Yeah.
more sexist. I mean, like, there's that silly scene where like, she's
like,
changing.
Yeah,
And then, like,
I mean,
Uhura
thank you,
is
but, I mean, come on.
like turned into like this kind of whining and my relationship's not working
exactly,
character.
yeah, and
And you know, you're right, but like
And Uhura in the
Chris
TV show,
Pine,
she's, like, taking
Chris
no
Pine is an
prisoners.
actor. I love him.
Yeah.
He's a true American. You know, like he plays
Yeah.
music. He does other films that aren't like this, and I think he's very likable. I think he's a really
Okay.
charming actor.
so you think he'll be fine as a Hal Jordan?
Yeah, I think it's fun because it'll take away from that stink of the Ryan Reynolds one. Not that
Yeah.
Ryan Reynolds didn't try.
Oh, I mean, because just that role wasn't for him, honestly.
Just the whole movie wasn't for anybody.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah,
like
yeah.
you know, DC saw Iron Man and they were like, "Oh, let's do
Let's
that
do
with
that."
Green Lantern,"
Yeah.
and it fell
didn't
so
work.
flat.
It did not
I mean,
work.
like he's shown that he can do versatility. Like he
definitely,
just
like-
did Into the Woods,
I like
a
him
fucking
as a
musical,
I like
and
him,
he killed
I like
it.
him as an actor. He's a
Yeah.
great actor.
And that's why I trust him.
Yeah, I mean, I trust him too. But I'm sad that they're doing another Hal Jordan, if they do it, I wanted something like Jon Stewart.
I feel like they are maybe already pulling like they did too much by making Aquaman fucking Hawaiian.
Yeah,
you know,
and then making the Flash.
But I kind of like that Aquaman's different now. He's like a king of the seven seas versus like this wimpy dude.
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah, I mean he's always been king of the seven seas. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but like when you saw the old blonde,
and the
fucking Aquaman, and you were like,
yeah.
"That's the king of the seven seas."
Yeah.
No, he needs a trident. He needs a fucking beard,
and he
needs to be like surfing and killing everyone with his trident.
I'm
instead of like fish, go suck their toes till they tickle and fall over.
When he tweeted that photo where it says "Unite the Seven," I
so good,
love
so
it.
good.
Love that teaser.
I'm just so indifferent about DC. You know, I didn't really give last week or last episode. I didn't give them enough credit on their animation studio. You know, because like their animation movies that they've been putting out, like the Flashpoint series.
Oh,
and
Flashpoint's awesome.
That's where I think DC is strongest, is in their animated features. Yeah, you know,
I agree. No, I agree.
I think people are really happy with the way Marvel is turning out features, that I don't think that there's as much of a market for the DC style.
It's
because
true.
I don't think they figured it out enough yet.
Plus, I don't think DC has.
And Nolan's not in charge anymore. You know, like he hasn't been in charge for years, but that's what they wanted, is Nolan to be in charge
of everything.
Because
he has that dark brooding thing.
And now they don't have that structure. They don't have someone looking out for them. I can see after Justice League, their universe falling apart. I'm excited for Suicide Squad, and that's kind of about it. Next on our rumor list, James Cameron may have stolen the idea for Avatar, and maybe getting sued.
That's Avatar with the blue people, right?
The blue cats, not Last Airbender, not that rad fucking show.
Yeah,
but his blue cat extravaganza, which is already a ripoff of Pocahontas, which is already a ripoff of Dancing with Wolves.
Yeah,
you know, but like apparently the core differences in his story from those other ones.
Yeah,
potentially, I don't know for sure. Nothing's been confirmed, but this author has come out saying that James Cameron stole these ideas. There are sequences and scenes that are fucking like to a T in his book that he wrote and published in 2002. Apparently,
that's fucking crazy.
So he's claiming that James Cameron owes him like $1 billion, which is what like the movie made.
Is
entirely.
That everything?
Yeah.
Basically? Wow.
I mean, like obviously he's not gonna get that.
Obviously,
but like
this
is
court,
like
obviously.
I think the third rumor of James Cameron stealing a story. Like apparently he stole Terminator.
Oh yeah, from that one lady.
And they settled out of court.
Yeah,
you know, which means they fucking did it and they just got their payday. So like, if James Cameron's like, where is the next Avatar anyway? Like Avatar came out in 2009.
Yeah,
you know, it's been 5.5 years.
5.5, yeah.
And he's doing 2 others. It's taken him this long, and he's gonna get sued. Like, it's just kind of fucking crazy.
Is he one of your favorites?
Some of his early directorial debuts are like my favorites. Like
what?
The Terminators are great.
Obviously,
Aliens is so good.
He did do Aliens,
you know,
yeah.
Aliens is one of my favorite films of all time.
Like
that take on Ripley, and they're doing those other movies now with the guy of District 9. Like he's building it off of that world that Cameron fucking built.
I do love Ripley in the second Aliens.
She's a strong
amazing.
like fucking Sigourney Weaver was nominated for an Oscar.
I'm surprised she didn't
from a
win it.
sci-fi horror action film.
How do you feel about him?
It's really sad that like it kind of feels like he can't do an original idea.
Yeah,
he can take someone else's idea and obviously make it better. It seems like he's a great rewriter.
Yeah,
you know, Titanic is his biggest film other than Avatar, and that's not his story. That's fucking history that he wrote. You know, Aliens is based off of Alien, not something he wrote. He just built off of it. Terminator, he stole and built off of it. Although Terminator 2 is a great film to this day.
I still love Terminator 2. It's probably
a little silly now.
It is.
It's a great story.
It's pretty good though. I mean, it's not that bad.
I don't feel like today's audiences would find a liquid character menacing.
Yeah.
Although it's clearly the smarter take because like he's a smaller character in stature to Arnold. Arnold's this big fucking tough
kind of robot guy, yeah.
And still, he's the underdog. That's fucking brilliant.
It's awesome because you made him feel like, hey, this guy could kill like Arnold like in one swing with his.
So it makes me really sad. This dude is just like falling off.
Everything.
He's stealing everything and he's falling off his roster. He's lost his goddamn mind. That brings us to our last rumor, though.
I do want to talk about one more thing, though.
Go.
Kevin Smith just announced that he's.
That's it. That's my rumor, you
that's
bitch.
your rumor. Cool. It's actually confirmed now, though.
Oh,
he confirmed it.
Oh, an hour ago, this rumor has gone to confirmed?
Variety just
That's the first time ever, guys, that we started with a rumor room thing. Like, literally, we put this show together 2 hours ago. This rumor's now confirmed, I guess.
Yeah.
Mallrats 2 is happening.
Mallrats Part 2. That's my favorite Kevin Smith film of all time. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, it's one of my favorites, man.
I mean, it's obviously one of the better ones, but your favorite.
I fell in love with the characters, man.
I love the tweet. We shoot Clerks in May, Hit Somebody Shoots in September, and then in February we do Moonjaws, but after that I smell a rat. What great marketing. I love this fucking guy.
Kevin Smith is amazing.
He's my spirit animal.
I mean, a lot of people
just
have
less
problems.
weed.
A lot of people have problems with Kevin Smith because
he's kind of
weird.
he's the everyday man.
Yeah.
He's not a great filmmaker.
Yeah.
He's not even a great writer. He's just sort of like,
he has these ideas that maybe we would come up with and like, hey, I'm gonna make it, fuck it, and he does.
And that's why I like him,
great.
because he doesn't give a fuck, and he does these things that I feel like me and my friends would talk about.
Exactly, yeah.
So it's sort of like,
and it's
watching. It's like watching a narrative, me and my friends, versus watching a movie.
It's like,
that's why the town doesn't like him.
It's like years later, and I still talk about Jay and Silent Bob and how Mark Hamill plays the cock knocker.
Why are your favorite Kevin Smith films the worst films?
I mean, I don't like Jay and Silent Bob as much as
because
don't worry,
that one does not age well.
I mean, I like Dogma.
Dogma's really
awesome.
good. Dogma's really good, but I mean, for me,
I haven't seen Chasing Amy yet.
Chasing Amy and Clerks are my two Kevin Smith films.
Did you like Clerks 2?
Clerks 2 is good.
Yeah.
It's definitely good, but it's not a better film.
Oh, no.
You know, because, I feel like he needed to do these weirder films to get it out of his system, so now we can get Clerks 3.
He's on that weird experimental stage that he should have taken in
college.
Because
he announced Clerks 3 2.5 years ago.
Is he finally doing that?
That's what this tweet is like. He's for sure shooting it in May. Yeah. To me though, those characters warrant a sequel and can do one every 10 years if he wants to do it. Yeah. Mallrats though, what is there to say about malls anymore? I feel like the first film was already talking about how malls are like lame to hang out at, and it was already looking down on it, and now like no one does it. Like, have you been to a mall recently?
Not since 2 years ago.
I went to like JCPenney's for like some nice shirts, for work. I went to JCPenney's the other day, and like,
you shop online.
No one fucking I would much rather shop online. I don't know. In Kevin Smith we trust, but most of the time he's not right with his choices. I don't know how to end this show this time.
Do.
No, I feel like we usually do.
No, we just say, hey.
Okay, well, it's over. Fuck.
Fuck it.
As you guys know, you can download this podcast on our SoundCloud. If you're watching this on YouTube, go to the SoundCloud link below and check it out. Subscribe to this channel if you like what you hear.
And if you can, please check out our Twitch channel down below. We're going to post a little link, twitch.tv/TRX_gaming, weekly streams, and we're doing giveaways as well. Also follow us on Twitter and like us on Facebook if you can.
All the things that like people pimp out.
Yeah, please.
Everyone does this, but you know the rules.
And I want to thank you guys all personally. Thank you guys for listening.
For all of you out there that are listening, you let us keep having the time in our week to like just talk about nerd things, which we love to do.
If you have any comments, man, leave them on down below.
Or not.
Either way.
It's been a great week over here at TRX Cast, and we'll see you guys soon. I'm Will.
And I'm Alex of the Field. Klaatu, Varatza, Nektu.
We'll see you guys next time.